3 reasons why the very first cryptocurrency failed. Hi and welcome to today's video. My name is Julian. On this channel, I want to make you crypto fit for blockchain, decentralization, cryptocurrencies, but also entrepreneurship and mindset. And today I want to talk about the 3 reasons why the very first cryptocurrency actually failed. And I'm not talking about Bitcoin, but I'm actually talking about its predecessor, BitGold. Now, most of you probably have not heard about BitGold. BitGold was started in 1998 by a cryptographer called Nick Szabo, who actually is someone that might be considered also as Satoshi, or at least could have been part of the Satoshi group when 10 years later, 2008, 2009, Bitcoin was started. But in 1998, he had this vision of creating this currency that had very similar attributes as Bitcoin had 10 years later. It had cryptography, it had blocks, it had hashing, had a lot of similar concepts. But at the end, because of 3 reasons, it failed. And let's look at those 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is actually one of the most important reasons in life in general, and that was bad timing. Bad timing because BitGold was started in the end of getting to the millennial. And if you think about it, this was when the dot-com bubble was happening. So everyone was focused on so many other things and not focused on let's try to build something that goes against the mainstream. It was all about let's get rich quick with these new dot-com things and not get rich with a virtual currency that no one really understands, because the first thing I don't understand yet is how the internet's working. So it was a bit too early, and it was maybe a bit too far already, and it didn't have the right demand. In 2008, 2009, when Bitcoin was started, it was completely the opposite. Bitcoin was, the internet was familiar. We had already the bubble pop, and people were really doubtful about banks. So there was a huge demand for something new, for something alternative. And this is really important always. Timing, so essential. First reason. Second reason is obviously a centralized nature of BitGold in a sense that you knew who created it, Nick Szabo. And in Bitcoin, this is quite advantageous because no one really knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is. And this is quite powerful, thinking about having a very decentralized, no real attack point. And I think that was something that was quite difficult for BitGold. And the third, and that's a very fundamental reason, but I believe this fundamental reason could have been solved if enough people would have kind of looked at it. And that is actually how double spend is being prevented in Bitcoin, and it was not possible to prevent it really in BitGold. And the reason is that of Sybil attacks. BitGold had a completely different consensus algorithm in a sense that it was not about the longest chain. So it was not about the chain that had the most work put into, the most mining done. It was the chain that the most people kind of voted for. And this voting was for free, so you could create these nodes. There was no cost, and you could support the different lengths. So it was a different concept in understanding that the kind of work put in is the limiting factor to prevent double spending. Now, even though this is the fundamental reason why at the end BitGold definitely had no chance, I think the other 2 reasons are almost more important, because I think this third fundamental reason could have been changed simply by people understanding, hey, listen, we actually need to focus on something else and not just say, hey, you can create these nodes, and if more people vote for one chain, that this is actually the chain we're going to be using, but it's actually about the longest chain being the correct chain. And this is at the end what is a fundamental necessity in Bitcoin to prevent any kind of double spend. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about BitGold. Let me think about if there's anything else that I'm missing. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you want to have more of this, subscribe to the channel. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Yours truly, Julian.